Uh-oh.
Hi, my name is Corey. I'm here with the San Diego Longboard Skateboard Race Club, and today we're going to be learning how to do some slides. Teach you about sliding. Before we go over that, I want to go over a few quick tutorials that you can do inside to build up some strength and get in the right position to engage slide. So let's get started with that. Oh, you're recording still. Alright, first things first, when I first tried to slide, it was a disaster. My first attempt, I came in for a hillside clover, and yeah, I just basically dropped on my hand, and it was bad. It just, yeah, that was basically it. Ended up spraining my hand. It hurt really bad, or my wrist. Anyway, so I went back home and I watched some how to slide videos and Coleman's, Pindy's type things, and I got a blank deck, and you know, I just started practice slides on the carpet, you know, heel side, you know, toe side to kick the other board out of the way. Sorry about that. You know, it really helped me out with putting my hands down at the right positions and getting me ready to actually go out and do some slides of speed.
Alright, as Corey prepares to come down the hill, we thought we'd do a little preliminary footage. Before you actually start sliding, even if you have experience, as Corey does, he just mentioned the benefit of just practicing your carve. Just working on your carve side to side before you actually break into your slide. And then he's going to initiate an exercise just to get his hands comfortable with hitting the ground. And it's a great confidence builder.
So I just want to go over a couple of things real quick. First time sliding. First time you try to slide. First, whichever way you're going to go, whether you're going toe side, heel side, if you're regular. Oh, that's symmetrical board, so never mind. I don't have to do that. Okay, so if you're regular, you know, toe side, heel side, the first thing you're going to want to do is feel what it feels like to actually put your hand on the ground. Don't try to engage the slide. Just roll a little bit with your hand on the ground, you know. Put some weight on it, shift the board around. You know, same thing with the toe side. Same thing, switch, you know. Just put some it's not switch, it's regular for you guys. You know, put some weight on there and feel what it's gonna feel like.
Let me get a different angle of that.
Yeah.
Roll.
So with Goofy, just put your hand on the ground and feel what it feels like to have that puck go across the ground. Heel side and toe side. If you're regular, the same thing. Put your hand on the ground, you know, toe side, heel side.
If you attempt to slide, you have to have good carves. It's important to be able to carve from side to side. You actually want to have the skill to be able to carve back around. See? Now let's try it toe side.
Alright, before even attempting to slide, you want to definitely have your carving down. And on the hill that we're using today, Corey's showing, just having control on the hill and being able to carve back and forth is essential. And then he's going to the exercise, just learning how to, well, he's not learning, but teaching how to just get used to your hands on the ground, just like we showed in the preliminary when we were at the house.
It's important that if you're going to do any grabs, you do not stink bug. If you stink bug, it's going to throw the weight off, and you're going to end up, sometimes I've done that, and I've actually lifted up, you know, the wheels. Not pretty. It's just not pretty at all. Don't stink. So stink bugging, say like I'm going to come in for a heel side, and dang, I just don't even want to do it right, I guess. I just don't want to. Alright, stink bugging. Your classic horrible stink bug. Yeah, it'll look like this. If you do this, it throws the weight off in a certain way or something like that, and if you have a higher chance of flat spotting your wheels, you will go 90. You will slide, don't get me wrong, but this is just not the way to do it. So let's get started on some actual slides. So for a heel side, you're going to want to put the hand down while you're beginning a pre-carve. The pre-carve should come out towards the outer median, or the, or not the outer median, say like I'm doing a heel side turn. If it's a median turn, I don't want to cross the median, but I want to come out to the median, and that's my pre-carve, and then engage the turn. If you're going really fast, well, let's just not talk about that. So we'll say this is the median, or the curb, you know, of the road, or a car zone, or just wherever you're going to actually, you know, start the slide at. You want to come in at this angle and start pre-carving, and this is where you can engage the slide because there'll be a weight put on the wheels and it'll be easier to break traction. So this is, for example, a long ass slide. It would be a very gradual shh, you know, and for what you guys are probably doing, it's more going to be like a type of slide. So let's get started in here. Come up to the corner, or come up to the wherever you're going to do a pre-carve. Keep weight on the front foot, and as you're pre-carving, you want to kick this foot out.
What was that?
I'm going to do a stand-up, and then I'll work on the glove downs, okay?
Bring it.
Just to show the pre-carve.
Same thing goes for glove down. You're going to keep weight here, redistribute a little to the hand to where the back is hanging freely. This is all in the pre-carve. And then engage. The hookup. When you slide, depending on the wheels you ride, the hookup will be different. With the hookup, something that really messes people up, it causes them to high side. They'll hook up, or say they're sliding, and then they'll hook up, but they don't take it. They try to force it out, and it's like some wheels, they just ain't gonna. It's just not gonna keep on sliding. It's gonna hook back up, and you're going forward. You know, you high side.
But if you've ever seen someone totally launch off the front of the board while they're sliding, it's because they've gripped the front, the wheel that's closest towards, I can see it in this clip, towards the cameraman.
And it happens to a lot of people, actually. Even it mostly happens on fresh wheels that are not broken in.
I'm going to come out.
Here's an example of a high siding due to the square edge wheels, and they're not broken in, and he hit a divot. So he was just gonna shut it down, but so you can see the effects of a high side, there you go.
guess you gotta watch out for that. By the way, I did not kick out the wheels really on that. That was more of me just kind of
A way to avoid that always, but this increases the washout rate. Carve all the way. You're gonna carve so hard that your wheels are about to break traction anyways. At that moment is when you engage the slide. If you're trying to haul it into a sit-down slide, you have to kick it out. It's very defined. It's totally different, especially on downhill wheels. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about just carving really hard until the wheels get ready to break traction, and your weight is so far back during that carve that it just naturally you could just sit down into the slide. All right, so the last thing that I'm going to go over in here is the actual technique one more time. So I'm gaining speed. This is for heel side. I'm gonna set up my carve. Well, it doesn't look like I'm setting it up, but I am setting up the carve, and then I'm coming down here, placing the hand down while I'm in the carve, and releasing at the point that I want to release. All of my weight is on this foot, and a little bit is on this hand. This foot right here, this is like the controller of the slide. You don't have to be so robotic with it. You don't have to shh. A lot of the times when I do these types of slides and I'm in a corner, it's like shh, you know, adjusting in the middle of the slide, even sometimes just scrubbing. And the same thing goes, sorry for my regular, this would probably be more relatable to beginners because it's switch for me. The same thing goes for the switch, for the regular stance. Man, it just feels so weird. Yeah.
So you're goofy foot, Corey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for those who little clarity.
I wanted to try to get both sides. So yeah, now that you're got your blank deck around, you know, you've been messing around trying to switch stuff up, you know. I mean, now that you're comfortable around, you know, busting the heel sides, the toe sides, you don't have to grab. You can just, you know, you don't have to use only one hand. You can use two. You know, let's get on to it. You know, now that you got it, let's do it.
Right on. Thank you for that, Corey. We're gonna go outside and show you some clips. And we appreciate that demonstration. And as you can see, it just takes a carpet and your deck and a little bit of time, and already in your mind, you could already be sliding before you even hit the road.
Oh, last but not least, the act of doing this before you go out to slide and before you even just skate sometimes, it's gonna strengthen your arms, because you do have to have some strength in the middle of the slide to hold yourself up, maneuver, and do the things you need to do. It may even give you some stamina, because as you can see, I'm out of breath. You know, just from doing the slides. Just pretending. You even pretend, you know, about to fall. It kind of helps, right? You guys will not see me do switch toe sides, by the way. It just has yet to happen. As you can see.
I should have enough speed around this point to initiate a slide. So this is where I'm going to start my pre-carve. The setup carve or pre-carve determines how easy it is to kick it out. You can have a weak pre-carve or a strong pre-carve. Weak pre-carve being approaching my reference point and then initiating the slide. Or strong pre-carve. Or strong pre-carve being strong pre-carve.
Okay, let's go strong.
This is the strong pre-carve. as you can see, the wheels release tension a lot easier than with the, how can you say, the weaker Carve. Now let's get some speed and show you what it's like to slide at a higher rate. I didn't know its Specto went over that, but
And that was toe side.
that was toe side. Alright, dude. Sports are fun.
Bring it home, boy.
Yeah, we've slowed this clip down so that we can use it as an intro into the next topic we want to talk about, which is when things go wrong and you are going to hit a curb. Corey will be able to maneuver. However, if you do overcommit and you're sliding hard and you've carried a little bit too much speed, Corey wants to share some thoughts on when things go wrong.
So, you say like you must have shut down and you know it's going crazy and you're just like, oh man, I'm just hauling it too fast and see here comes the curb. You're going to want to be able to throw your legs out a little and then be able to take that in and expect the force literally to toss you from that. But that little bit absorption, oh mind you, throw your board into that and all this while, if you're really about to hit the curb, let the butt drag, just let it drag. You know, anything to slow you down. And a lot of videos will not go over that. You know, same thing with toe side. Oh, sorry, Mike. Tearing up your boards, man.
No, we got plenty to tear up, dude.
So toe side, I'm like, oh snap, I'm losing it. And I kind of have my legs ready, take the impact, boom. Last time this happened, I actually ended up flying back this way. I was not wearing a helmet, and thankfully nothing had happened, but ever since then I always wear a helmet.